What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So I have a position that I wanted to go through because a lot of people asked me about it in my live streams, and they said, "Hey, can you look at Loopring? Can you check out Loopring? Give me your opinion and where you believe that this is going to go, if you plan to invest in it." And a lot of people just plain out ask me if I invested in it. And I like to be transparent, and I'll tell you if I invest in something and why I will not invest in it, or what I will invest in it, or when I plan to invest in it. That's exactly what I did in the live stream. So basically throughout this video, I'm going to tell you what I told them in the live stream, so you don't have to go through an hour to figure out what I said about Loopring, right? So before we get started in this, make sure you guys hit that like button. Also hit the subscribe button for more videos like this one, and make sure that you get your free stocks with Webull down below. Don't forget to check out some of the links in the description. It does help out the channel, as well as checking out some of my other channels that are across YouTube, my reaction channel, my MP Shorts channel, my gaming channel, and my golf channel. All of those, check those out because it does help me out personally, and obviously you'll get some content from it. But let's go ahead and dive into this. We have Loopring up here, and we can see that Loopring currently is at $1.08. It's down about 11%, right? You did see this high point today at $1.37. That was early this morning when people asked me. It was about like $1.20 something, $1.26, $1.23. And my overall opinion was that with this position, and if we look at like a 10,000 foot view, which a lot of people like to neglect because they see the basically like right in front of their face. If you look at the 10,000 foot view, you can see that this is kind of on a way of a pullback. The way that it did push up, and you could see the volume and all that stuff, which we will get into, it's kind of on the way of a pullback. And I will explain that as we go into the rest. But you can see here, the key points that I want to point out, obviously the circulating supply. That's a great circulating supply. 1.3 billion is lower than what we've seen a lot of different coins. This has a possibility of growing to that level of $100 billion if it wanted to, $100 billion market cap, which would be $100 value, or a little bit less than that, right? 1.3, obviously, I'm just doing round numbers. So about $100, right? So when you look at something like that, you can say, all right, well, this can 10x, this can 100x, right? Yes, it has that possibility. It's 96% of the total supply, so you obviously have some room to grow there. But you can see here, as we look at, I would imagine the total value is what, like 1.6, 1.5, 1.6 billion coins that are out there in total supply, but we'll have to see. You can see here the volume. This is another point that I want to look at. The volume is a key point, especially being down 52% in the last 24 hours. That's not something I like to see. But then again, when it comes to buying opportunities, you want to see things that are in the red rather than things that are in the green, because buying opportunities doesn't mean that you're buying it at its high and watching it rise higher. A lot of times you buy it at its high and it's going to fall down, and you're going to buy high and sell low, which is something you don't want to do. You want to buy low and sell high, right? That's usually the case. A lot of people preach that, but they don't know how to do it. They don't buy on red days. They end up buying on green days, which makes no sense whatsoever. But anyways, you can see here that the market cap is at 1.4 billion because we are at that $1 stage, a little bit over $1. And I was telling the people in the stream that I'm looking for less than $1 range, and it's slowly getting down to that level. And I'll explain as we go into the different dates here, but we will get into that in a little bit. Trading activity is low when it comes to buying strength. Selling strength is very high at 81%, but that's something you expect to see when you have, a decrease in volume. You also have, a decrease in the price. That's something you expect to see out of the position. Now, if we look at why you would invest in Loopring, why would you care about Loopring? Well, basically they're secure. Apparently they have a high throughput and they have low cost, which is definitely good. They function off the Ethereum network. So it's going to reduce gas consumptions and overall transaction costs. So it's not going to be a bad thing to end up investing into. But I'm not someone that goes into the use case right away. I just wanted to give you guys an understanding of exactly why I am looking at it. This is one point, obviously understanding the use case, but the main point is just understanding the potential, right? This is where people want to start with the position. What is the potential of the position? That's where I'm starting. If it has potential, then we can get into everything else. And Loopring does have potential. 1.3 billion in circulating supply is not that much compared to a lot of other cryptocurrencies cryptocurrency or popular cryptocurrency that's out there. Now, this did have a lot of volume as we went into some of these days here when we saw this increase, but it had even more volume. If we look back a month, right, we see all of this time to where it was down at 40, 30 cents, 50 cents or something like that. But then it skyrocketed all the way up to $1.90, almost $2. And then it decreased pretty heavily. Now, a lot of these have this same look upon it, right? When you see a position that comes on Coinbase that, gains a little bit of popularity, it starts to rise. And then what you're going to see is it dip, and you're going to see a little bit of a rise, kind of like a fake comeback, right? And you saw that come back up to 144, decrease down lower. And I saw this to where it's going to be stair stepping on the way down. And this is why I looked at this and said, look, it's not a horrible position to get into. You just have to pick the right time. It's up 174%. And if things are up 174%, a lot of times you might see a strong pullback. Now, there are times where you see 174%, goes to 200, goes to 500, goes to whatever on those really, really strong popular positions. However, volume is a big factor in this. If you expect it to go up that high and you don't see the volume, you see the volume decreasing, I wouldn't recommend moving into that because the volume is falling for some reason. So now, I'm not saying that it's going to get all the way back to the level of 50 cents or 30 cents. I'm saying that I'm looking and picking my spot that's just under $1, and I'm not going to invest everything. I'm not going to invest the whole boat. It's something like I just invested in KRL. I bought 150 coins. Now, that's not everything that I wanted to buy in KRL. I wanted to buy basically 500 to 1,000 of KRL. So what I'm going to do is put in 150 so I have my foot in the door just in case that so happens to increase a heavy amount, even though it's showing probably a high probability of decreasing. I'm basically putting in a little bit in order to invest more as we go lower. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. I didn't put in a little bit up in this point. I know that it's showing that it has a strong resistance, and that's usually what you see out of those large spikes. Now, I do feel like it's going to make a rise up to those levels of $2, surpass that to $5 or whatever, right? I believe in that. But I want to find the best time frame to get in, which I believe is around the $1 mark. So this is looking more and more like a buy for me every single day because it's very, very close to $1. That gives you so much room to grow in this area that it makes me feel great about the position now, way more than what it was this morning and way more than what it was the day before or the day before that. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm standing with this position, currently 45th in popularity. Oh, this is funny. 45th in popularity, and I think that this will probably pull back a little bit lower, but I'm probably going to make a move somewhere around this $1 mark, preferably since it is like a decrease day for a lot of things, at probably like 4 in the morning. That's where we see a lot of things either decrease or increase, and I don't know if I'll be up, but maybe I'll make a move now with like 100 coins and then make another move later, with maybe like, I don't know, another 100 coins or 200 coins, depending on where the price actually is. So you let me know what you think about Loopring. I know a lot of people are saying that Loopring, is going to run. It's going to make huge moves, and it does look like it has a lot of potential. But that's all on you. I want to know what your opinion is of the position. If you watch to this point, make sure you type in the description, Jolly Ranchers. Tell me what's your favorite Jolly Rancher, actually. What's your favorite flavor if you do like Jolly Ranchers? But make sure you guys hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, feel free to check out some of my other channels across YouTube. My reaction channel, I'm going to be posting there, trying to post there daily. If I don't get it to it daily, I'll post basically every time that I can. But make sure you guys hit that like button, and catch you guys in the next video.